Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video. So I'm still testing out this DC motor, brushless DC motor coupling pair that I've got at work, which I need to basically figure out. This has changed a bit, so I've got to figure out what's different. So I'm going through the curriculum basically. So I've got worksheet 11 here. Here we've got an AC generator. Let's just turn it off now. So pretty simple circuit, so it should be a quick video. Got my both my motors. I'm not using my driver, so I'm getting my 12 volts here in this DC barrel, which comes in here, and then that just goes through to this. I need to get the order right. This is the normal DC motor. So I don't know what you call a brushed DC motor, I guess this is. So this is a brushed DC motor, and then that's coupled to a brushless DC motor. So in the last video, this sticker was on there, but I realized that they've stuck the sticker in the wrong place. So that's a brushless DC motor. Let's show you the sticker. That sticker there. Brushless DC motor. This here is running the motor. And then I've got the output of that motor then being connected here through, and it's grounded via my oscilloscope here. So here when I'm running it, you can see the waveforms, the sine waves, and you can see they're slightly out of phase. That's the two phases. So I'm only showing two of the three phases just because I've only got a 2-channel oscilloscope. If one of you want to buy me a 4-channel one, I'll accept it. Cool. So what do? I've got 3 bulbs set up, which you'll see we'll go through in the worksheet. Let's go into the worksheet. So worksheet 11, 3-phase systems, generators, motors, power transmission lines are more energy efficient than their 2-phase or single-phase equivalent. In vehicle electrical systems, nearly all alternators and most motors are 3-phase devices. Really, in cars? I didn't know that. Okay, so I guess you have, yeah, it makes sense. So you have a 12-volt battery, and then the alternator is generating an AC voltage. I just assumed it would be single phase, but it actually kind of makes sense actually. That it would just generate 3 phases. Yeah, that makes sense. Never considered that. All right, so construct the system shown on the previous page, which I've done. So at the moment I haven't connected. So if you have a look at my circuit, I have my 12 volt going to my motor, coupled there, come back here, and then into my oscilloscope here. Yeah. So if I attach it to my light bulbs, then these will turn on. So you can see there, my light bulbs are turned on. I've got my light bulbs on, so that's just providing a load. And then that does actually change my waveform. So if you have a look at my waveform, over there, let's get this in as well so you can see me detach it. There you go. All right, so if I take off one phase, you'll see it changes the voltage of that waveform, and then if I take out another phase, boom, then they both go to a voltage. So I guess the lamps are providing a voltage drop. Add it back in, take one phase out, there you go. So I would like to study like what happens here. This is something I don't really know. I guess if I take the load of just one of the phases, so 2 of the phases have a load or have an increased load, and this one has a decreased load, what happens? Does it phase shift, etc.? I'd like to learn about that. I'm not there yet though. All right, let's just keep reading. So just disconnect my fastball. So construct the system with three bulbs acting as loads for the brushless DC motor, using a standard 12-volt power supply. Drive the DC motor full speed. Yep. Use the axis to sketch. So it just wants me to sketch these waveforms. So I can only see 2, not 3, but I assume the third one will be slightly out of phase shifted. What do you conclude about the link between power generated and rotational speed? Oh, okay, so it's asking me here to drop my power supply down to 9 volts. So how do let's see if I still remember how to use my oscilloscope. My RMS voltage is 16.8 volts. Peak to peak is 52 volts. That can't be correct. I think I've got my scope probe here on 10x. So let's knock it down to 1x. And then hit auto again. And then what? This other probe doesn't have a 10x setting. Yeah, I don't understand what I'm reading here. Yeah. It's not 16. I thought it was 16.8 volts. If it's 12 volts, in DC. I guess it could be 16 volts RMS. Yeah, I'm not clued up enough, unfortunately, for this. Not my wheelhouse. And I can't figure out. I swear there was a measurement button on this thing. Measure. There is a measurement button. Okay. Ah, there we go. All right, cool. So 50% duty cycle. Minimum minus 26 plus. Okay, so maybe I should use a different probe, but how do I? Okay, well, how do I get to channel 2? Measure, because channel 2 has the right probe. This one I'm using a cheaper probe, I think, which doesn't have the 10x setting or 1x setting. I'm about to give up here. How do I get to? Oh, there you go. Source, channel 2. Okay, there we go. It's still the same. So apparently this is 68 hertz, 52 volts peak to peak. It doesn't really make sense to me. Can I just stick a meter on it? I'm not understanding that. Oh, how would I do this? How do I even stick a meter on this? I guess I would need where do I measure? Yeah, you see, I got a lot to learn here. All right, let's go. Just face to face, right? So I get 2.9 volts. Is that what I would expect? Probably not. I don't know. Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. So, this is the thing with these curriculums. I guess they're meant to be taught with a teacher, and so, you know, without a teacher here, without someone to explain this to me. If you know, can you just like give me a brief rundown in the comments? I promise I'll read it. Don't ask me any questions though, because clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. But in terms of my task of making sure that the curriculum works correctly, from what I can see, this thing is fine. I think, like, I built the circuit and it looks like it works. Don't think there's anything else for me to do. I actually don't see the difference. To me, like, all three of these curriculums so far have been, or all three of these worksheets have been accurate. They all work as expected. So, all right, I'll call this one quits here. Again, I would like to spend some time like just learning about this stuff, but yeah, again, I need to start maybe one level below this. This might be a bit too complicated for me in the electronics world. So cool. All right, see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.